console hasn't loaded yet. Oh, you can't even hear me. So let's see what's going on here. We need to go down. I'm back. I'm back. Can you deactivate and then reactivate it? No. Plug it out then. I actually don't even think that really worked. Oh. And that's not happy. It's just saying, you know what? Here, you can see what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this. Isn't that cool? So cool. I'm going to get up. It's going to be very fun. We can load OBS on this other laptop. We're going to run OMSI. I didn't think it would load so fast, so this is at 83%. Concerned in all ways. No, just saying words, isn't it? It's what we do. We learn from the others. Mic noises. We learn from the others. Honestly, I'm not looking at the mic, so I can't tell you what's going on, what's cooking, whatnot. But what I do know is that you're getting microphone noises. I don't know if they're good or bad. It's this where you get absolutely nothing. What do you want? Oh, poor little boy. So, no. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's probably the reason why. Because I had the wrong thing in. What I put as the camera was... Oh, yeah, I actually set it as the capture card thing, I think. Maybe that's where I went wrong. No idea. Okay, the OBS is loaded, obviously, that's great. Absolutely great. So let's outline what we're doing without wasting too much time. No, we should be able to do that while running it, isn't it? No. We'll do this. Well, you know what? You can have this screen. I'll talk about it while I'm driving, obviously, because that's the more important bit. And the laptop's just on, isn't it? So... Oh. Oops. That video is too loud, so I need to turn it down. We turn it down to 8. And then we turn this up to 100. Alright. Once we get started, I'll be able to start talking better. I'm just not built for what I'm trying to do. Right. Now I can actually hear the buses. Where we were actually. Oh, there's the bus. Right. Let's just go. Yeah, but I'm so invested in driving the bus. Oh, now we can stop. The approach is a little bit fast. Okay. So we're running OMSI. That's different to Nintendo Switch Sports. Oh, you know what? We're driving a bus. I just realized that we're driving the bus, isn't it? Because guess who else drives the bus? Mr. Matt Olson. Why is he relevant? Because you see, this whole thing is training, isn't it? And this guy does physical activity. He trains his body so that he can be really good at it. I actually think we can't go that way, so we're gonna have to turn left. Oh, yeah, we can go. But we need to be careful with this other side. I was thinking about, wait, can we even go that way? It doesn't look like it. So we're gonna have to go. Let's have a, we actually have to U-turn. Wait, no. Keep going forward. Oh, the whole, oh, we didn't keep it going. The whole road turns like that, that's why. Okay. Matt Olson drives the buses. He also works on his body, does physical training so that he can get fitter. Now, when he does his physical training, he does a warm-up. He does a warm-up and he does a cool-down. He does a warm-up before he does his exercise, and then he does he does a warm-up before he does his exercise. Then he does the exercise, and then he does a cool-down afterwards. The warm-up and the cool-down are not as intense as his actual main activity. And then when he does the main activity, he puts in more effort. And I thought, well, let's think. Let me not think about driving the bus from here. When you do the warm-up and the cool-down, oh my goodness, yeah, you don't work as hard. But with bowling, we're always working hard, if that makes sense. Well, in my head, it's like you always want to knock over 10 pins. But what if during the warm-up and cool-down, you made your target a bit lower? Let's say we made it 6 pins instead. So every time you're bowling, during the warm-up and the cool-down, you aim for 6 pins. At the bare minimum, you go for 10, right? You go for 10, but if you knock over only 6 pins in your head, maybe it won't feel so bad because your target is 6, not 10. And then you have the warm up last a certain amount of time, and then oh my goodness, I can't talk and drive at the same time. I really can't. I'm so sorry. Getting pretty close to 40 miles per hour. Is there a bus stop here? Oh, that was a little shot. Oh, there's one right here. Yeah. Okay, so with the warm-up, I feel like if we just did it, it would have been fine. Oh, we'll just do it. You already know, I already told you, and you're going to see it. You can if you want to, otherwise it's up to you. Do you want to do it? Okay. Warm up for 30 minutes.
Spocco Square.
What's the time? 7:20. I'm driving the bus right now. Let's get some volume down. Oh, we're doing earlies today. And the warm up is just do whatever, isn't it? It is. God, I girls. Why are there two buses? Oh. Okay, but I feel like with the bus driving, it's sort of distracting me a little bit.
Race double.
What is this one? God, yes. It's Maria.
Wonderful.
Sorry. What happens if you go this one? Surely you know what this place is about. That's a dead end. It's not perfect, is it? So, it's okay. Cheers,
Fantastic.
the driving bit. I'm not sure how to balance the driving. I'm not surprised that happened. Wait, what if we did this? It's a bit easier. Oh, curled it good. That's fine. I'll fit myself into the substitute. What we're doing, that's only for the warm up.
Yes.
Not because it was made to be for the warm up, but because the warm up just started minutes, and I don't want altitude to distract me during the actual bit of, Oh, that's slow. I know why that's slow as well. Yeah, you look at the 7. You look at the 17th. It's still more than 6. Are you doing this? On track, on target. Yeah, these lights won't change back to red, green. And now they've just changed. You looking at your mirrors, you'd actually be helping yourself out. Oh yeah, we have to turn it. I wonder if we can even make this filter. Could you make it up there? I mean, it seems to be the last bus stop you can. I don't really know what it looks like now again. So I guess we'll find out. Everything sounds really quiet. It's probably in my head. It's not feeling good. So much over 8 pins. The bus is moving. Oh no, the lights off in.
Spare.
I think the laptop's working hard. So even OMC2 is operating slow. Which I like because it makes it seem like the bus is linked. Just creates a really interesting effect that I don't think was intended for OMC2. Yeah, this is where the road ends. Oh, we've gone too far. Oh, that's like a cliff. What? We can't go down there. See if we can avoid the cliff. If we can't, then we're toast. But I think we'll avoid the cliff. I think he'll be out there. Also, I've never made a video like this before, but I have. Did it last time. Where it's just, you just pick up the driving. No, I've made a video like this before. It's the barber sessions in basketball, exactly the same. You just pick up the game whenever. Oh, you seem to be paranoid.
That's great.
And these days, when I say the word paranoid, it sounds like paranoid. I'm not saying that for a laugh, I'm being serious. And now the bus like OMC2 is running a bit faster. there's a bus there. Apparently that bus turns left. I'm thinking, if that's really what it does, where exactly does it go? I think it was over 7:20. I need to do 3 sessions a day. Okay, now that bus goes down. Oh. Oh, great. I'm just saying. Oh, blue eyes, you let go of the ball. You could run the full game and then run MC. Yeah. It'll probably take about 5 minutes or so. Yes. I haven't even paid attention to who's around. Oh, sable.
Strike. Finish.
I know where we are. We're going straight past those lights. We're going straight past all these bus stops. It's a cool sounding bus. I do think my brain's able to process it. Kind of went right past the bus stop, but it doesn't matter. 232 just go. You can process this course if you want to. I'll give you a little moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try running a full session with Blue Eyes, and then you get to see the scores afterwards. I guess the point where
That's right.
running obviously at the same time so that I wouldn't be focused on the game too much. But I guess I just overdid it by head. Maria has Blue Eyes. target is 6 pins.
Great double.
So as long as you're knocking over 6 pins, it's good. Yeah, you may have guessed why I picked 6 pins and not less than 6 pins or more than 6 pins. But I'm not going to tell you why we picked 6 pins. I think it's one of those things where if you've seen a lot of these sessions, you'll know why the number 6 is so special. If I say anything else, I'll just give you too many clues. Yeah, this session is going by really fast. Maybe next time. I mean, you know why it's going by really fast? It's because Blue Eyes has gotten 4 strikes in a row. And whenever you get a strike, you don't bowl again. We get this replay regardless unless she doesn't get a spare or a strike. But she only has to bowl once if she's getting a strike, so that's why it goes by quicker. But it doesn't matter if she doesn't get a strike, because as long as she knocks over 6 pins, it's good. I know, imagine, what if during the warm-up you get 300 points, but then during the actual training you don't? Well, it doesn't matter, because this is... you know what as well, because this is the early phase. Not every session is going to be earlies. We can sort of change how we want to do the warm-ups as we go along, because this is the first time I've really incorporated the idea of warming up your brain and cooling it down. Specifically the brain as well. It's the brain that we're warming up, not our body. Is that going to be enough? Don't think so. Enough for a strike. Yes, it's enough for 6 pins though. You can increase the warm-up to 7 pins if you want. But, I mean, we're not even comfortable. I don't know. It's like if you get an any split, then you can't get 7 pins, can you? 7 pins from each throw. But we don't know how to avoid any splits. So, it's not really a thing, is it? That's why we set it to 6. Well, no, we've told you, isn't it? We set it to 6 so that it means you're not gonna, I don't know. You know what to do to get at least 6, don't you? So it's just keeping you in check. I guess that's what the warm-up's for. Keeping you in shape, question mark. You know that if you're getting 5 pins, then something went wildly wrong. And then it's a question of, do you know how to fix it? But then you should, because, you know, it's like it's... The warm-up is never... I don't think... I mean, I'm just sort of thinking in my head, that was a nice strike. I'm just thinking in my head, the warm-up shouldn't be you doing stuff that you don't know how to do. Maybe it's still, you know, intense. Like, not intense, it's like, it's stimulating. But let's say the warm-up was get 300 points. We're not proficient at doing that. So to make that the warm-up is a bit weird. I know Blue Eyes just did it, but we can't do that again and again. Like we said, the most Barbara's being able to do it is twice in a row, and that's it. Not every session is going to be a 300.
Finish.
So if we made our warm-up 300, I think that would be a bit ridiculous. Let's see. That's why we haven't made the warm-up 300. Yeah, you get to see the schools. Oh, there's a bus there. Hello. It's a single-decker bus in the 137. Oh, why is there a bus stop here? We're not going to serve this bus stop and the other bus stop. I know where this is. Just give you a bit more to look at the schools. Let's see if another bus shows up, because there might be another bus. Oh. That was really bad. The gearbox was like no. I can't stop at that bus stop. Could maybe stop at this one then. Oh, careful. No. Okay, back. Start there. I like how the scorecard that we gave you the time to look at is the one where there's nothing to look at because it's just student. That's really silly. I apologise sincerely for that mistake. Right, let's try something different for the bus driver. We just have the bus like this. We can do that. And then after it realizes frame, I can just pick it up. Although, tell me please, please, not saving. Yep, so get the camera.
Nice there.
Yeah, this is way too fast for this rate. I don't think there's anything going on. I know where we're going. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Straight.
We got space. Well, that's kind of nice because we can finally use this bus stop that we never stop at because we're always in the bus station. Go, blue eyes, blue eyes.
Double.
Chips, crazy place. I was going to accelerate actually, but then I realised. Weekend time, so I like how somehow we ended up in the same way that we normally end up in. Yes. Take a little slow. The thing about this bus idle is that the audio does clip a little bit. I was going to say, you know, realize you didn't. I noticed that Blue Eyes got the spell in the first frame, but our target is 6 pins. So, what does it really mean? So now Omsi's being a bit slow. The bus has just suddenly entered limp mode. What a concept, you know? Like, the bus suddenly enters limp mode. I think we should be able to get around the bend. Any corners?
Go, go.
Somehow it was in third gear. In the next few frames we'll go for it. Oh, slow. We just throw. Well, that split doesn't mean anything because we got 8 pins. Like, you know, the gear feels so different. It's just, oh look, you knocked over 8 pins. The movement split isn't a problem for us now. If we get the movement split, well, we got 8 pins, so we win. Yay! But normally you see that split and you think, uh-oh, it's bad. It's not bad, because our target's 6. Because 6 pins. As long as you get 6, you're fine. That one was also slow.
Nice hit.
Oh. It's nice when you have the lines to tell you. Where's that bus stop? It's there. Okay, then we can go. Let's do the next frame.
Great double.
Let's stop at the next stop and just go nuts. If there's a bit of the bus that hasn't loaded properly, the bus may be a bit slow. Yeah, going a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting that buses that run through this area. Be able to get to the next bus stop.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, let's go. Put this one in. You got it.
Amazing.
This bus is still not at the bus stop yet. Absolutely ridiculous. Ding. We can make it, realize. I guess no rush. We're actually close to 258.
Wonderful.
It's 258 for realize. It's 256.
Finish.
Game. And we did that bit. There you go. Sorry, 43. It was like 7:20, wasn't it? So I think warm-up's done. Well, I'm not done with this bus stuff, so I guess the warm-up continues, but the actual training bit's still going to be 1 hour. That's hands down. I'm not going to get rid of that. It's a little bit. That was a really abrupt stop. Do a bit better next time. Yeah, my perception of the sound is just terrible right now. a bit slow. Too fast. Oh, you didn't actually get to see the scores at all. The scorecard. Could be a little bit better. There's a train running over them. And the train disappeared. Oh. I'm getting really good at this tight little bit here. Very terrible at it first. Keep a good eye on your mirrors. You can't see you can't really see your near side lane too well. But then you've got your mirrors, so you know that if you're too far away from the line on the offside, then you know that you're too close to the curb. At least that's how I see it. Honestly, I've been playing this game for only 3-4 months or something, and just after the combination of playing it, everything before that in terms of me being on the buses and watching what happens, and then Matt Wholesome is making me think, we could probably do this, and we could get the driver's license and then actually start driving buses. We could actually do it. It's what's on my head, what's been in my mind for the past month. You know, one of the first things I complained about when it came to this, and I know you're just watching Nintendo Switch Sports, is the steering. Have you been playing Public Transport Simulator for so long? I wish we could keep going on, see. I would have dropped the training for it. We can't do that out loud. We're not allowed to drop the training. You've been playing Public Transport Simulator, and it's a lot easier to steer, but that's partially because it's not as realistic. OMSI 2 gets the dimensions a lot better, I feel like. I'm not even sure that's the right word, but it feels a bit better. OMSI 2, it gets more of the complexity of sport the discipline. Driving a bus, you feel a bit more of this. And then you have the realistic sounds to go with it, so then it's stimulating as well. For me anyway, because I like how buses sound. Are we even on the right side of the road? Yeah, we are. I don't think we ever approach the road from this side. I think that's one. This is just a one-way road, best as I can tell, so not sure this works. Oh, we know this works. What are we talking about? Oh, good friend, the offside mirror. We'll keep it to 10 miles per hour. Well, the bus idles at 10. It looks like it's doing 8 right now. We'll go a bit faster. I really like the C400R as well. This sounds really fun. I won't get to run OMSI for, I don't know, minimum 2 hours from now. Oh, it was open the whole time. Of course, now there's a bus. I really love like the AI turning, it's just one point. Actually opened the doors. That's cool. Alright, well we ran OMSI for 49 minutes, which is longer than we were meant to. But that's completely fine. And this is fully charged. That's also fine. It's kind of meant to be. And we press the mute button. Yes, close OMSI. Quite happy to close OMSI. I think the laptop's worked really hard, so I'm going to pat the laptop on the back. And switch to the phone. There's the phone. Oh, I need to get the white noise video out. Because I'm just listening to a scan, you know. Just as this video doesn't need to be because we're blah blah blah, no video does. And so even though I'm a bit, I feel like a lot of people would have lost the plot, if that makes sense. They would have lost what's going on and felt like all this is silly. I guess it's my job to not care. Because it doesn't need to be perfect. Even if this video doesn't work, maybe that will work better, don't we? So just leave it. So this is still warm up. We're still doing the warm up. 6 pins or more. Obviously we've done the warm-up. Well, we haven't done the warm-up for 54 minutes, but we've certainly been here for more than half an hour doing the warm-up. I'm also sitting down. You got 9 pins. It's good.
Spare.
Yeah, that's right, Blue Eyes. I don't know if... Well, Tomoko has a... She's currently got a pass active right now. That isn't my one. So she could just use that. I think if anything, it would just be a case of you swapping for Shibani. if she even wants to go.
Nice strike.
I don't know what she'd say. She'd probably say something like, well, I don't even need to bowl, so, why do I have to be here? It's not like Siban does, it's like Siban's not bothered. So if it's like, okay, well, it would be easier if, it would be easier if Siban wasn't here, because then I wouldn't have to keep changing the pass to be used between you and Siban. Then Siban would say, if it's easier to just leave it with Blue Eyes, then just leave it with Blue Eyes. That's probably what she'll say. I'll talk to Barbara about it. I did notice the way the ball was spinning. I'm not surprised about that impact. Yeah. We're just looking over 6 pins. We did it. We did it. Yes, so that bit of the warm-up and the cooldown, Matt Holson will run at a slower rate than he does when he does his actual session. And so, if it's not like he can physically run faster, but he's not going to, is the point. And what I tried to outline before is the fact that every time I bowl, in my head I'm thinking, okay, let's try and knock over all 10 pins. But this is just the warm-up. Oh, also, I think, what I wanted to say is, when you do that to yourself, you say, you must knock over 10 pins every single time. When you don't knock over 10 pins, it can feel frustrating. Like when we got the Luoma split in the last session. Well, now you can't knock over 10 pins very easily. It's like you're never giving your brain a break if your brain's always thinking you have to do this thing that you're not, I don't know, proficient in. And when we say proficient, it's like, for example, we're not in a position where I can help Blue Eyes get a strike every single time. If I was, then that could actually be the warm-up, but I know it sounds a bit odd. Well, it still could be the warm-up, but at the same time, I know what we're saying is because I can't do that, Blue Eyes can get lots of strikes, but will it be a strike every time? Not necessarily. And so, by aiming for a strike every single time, you're putting pressure on your head and your mind to constantly get the strike, and when you don't get it, you might feel a bit upset that that's not what you got. You didn't get the strike. That means you did something wrong. And to always put that on your head. Oh, that pin. Yeah, it did that. Yeah, to always put that on your head, it can make it hard for you to feel rested. Which I think I had an emphasis on when I considered the cooldown. Because at that point, Matt started some crazy run, so to speak. Let's say he's running for 5 kilometers at 340 per kilometer pace. His heart rate is sitting at between 160 and 170. That's like, because he talks about threshold sessions. Is that what you describe as a threshold? It's like his peak. When he's working at 170 beats per minute, he can't really work much harder than that. Based on what I've seen, he tends not to work harder than 170 beats per minute. So he'll do that, his body will be working at that rate, but then what he'll do is he'll do a cooldown session, and I'm not sure, but in my head it almost sounds like the cooldown session is supposed to take his heart rate down. You think, well, if you want your heart rate to go down, you do nothing, no physical activity at all. But there's something that makes me feel like that actually isn't the case, that you shouldn't do absolutely nothing after completely working yourself out, if that makes sense. After putting that much effort in, you shouldn't go from lots of effort straight to no effort. Maybe having the effort get progressively lower in some way or another can help you relax. And so by having the cool down session, his cool down sessions I think are still relatively consistent, but it's like he'll always run at the same pace, but that pace won't be 340. What is it? How does he calculate it? Is it like 340? Is it like 3 minutes 40 per kilometer or something? That might actually be what it is. But if he's running at that pace, no, when he does his actual threshold session, he'll run at a pace like that, constant. But when he does his cool down, his warm up, let's say he's running at 4 minutes per kilometer instead. He'll run that constantly, but it's not as heavy as 3.4 minutes. 3.4, what is it? Yeah, 3.4 minutes per kilometer, if I've got it right. Basically, let's say you're running at 10 miles per hour as your actual session, and then your cool down you run at 6 miles per hour. You still run at 6 miles per hour constantly, but it's not as much as 10, so you're not working as hard. That helps your body feel like, okay, we still need to work, but we don't need to work as hard. But maybe when you do absolutely nothing, I guess your body, I don't know, gets confused or something. Even with myself, I feel like every time we go to the shop, we'll go to the shop, come back home, and then I might have a shower, and then I do nothing, and then I just feel tired, I don't feel like doing anything, and that feeling will last for, let's say, 24 hours. And when I say let's say, I'm saying let's say 24 hours because the feeling goes into the next day. The following day will feel just like that. What's next, Blue Eyes? Well, I could do the training with Bob. I think I was supposed to do that. When I say supposed to, I think that's just more for the whole narrative thing. It's Barbara's training, but I don't think even Barbara, I think if I asked Barbara, she wouldn't say that it has to be done with her. So I think we can just keep going. So the hour's going to start, oh, no battery, the hour's going to start from now. So when it gets 9:15, oh, we forgot to turn this thing off. When it gets to 9:15, that's when the training will stop and we'll enter the cool down. The cool down. Right, again, we're still working at, well, I didn't even make the cooldown. Our cooldown's not going to be like that. My cooldown will be a bit different, but yeah, we won't be working to the heavy muscular strikes. So now this is the actual session. So yes, now the aim is to get strikes. Strike. But also to figure out how to do so. It's like with the warm-up. Even if you get a strike, or even if you don't get a strike, you don't need to worry about how to get it. Think about where you went wrong, because you still got 6 pins, so you're fine. But here it's different. And I'm going to use proper form, like Blue Eyes. So I was sitting down. No, it's just too much explanation. I don't like it. So where's the phone? The phone is here. I don't want the phone to fall on the floor. Fall on the floor. No. Bad. Okay.
Nice streak.
Oh. No, I was going to start talking about the plan, but I think we'll save that for... Which leg are we using? We're actually putting our right leg forward. We're so used to doing that. I think we'll wait until Blue Eyes' session's done, and then like this individual, when this, like, sorry, I need to stop saying that. I don't need to, but I would like to stop saying like as a sort of sentence pauser.
Nice there.
Testing. I feel hungry as well.
Strike.
Okay. Oh, we used to distance. We still need to do it quickly, don't we? Oh, I just want to say, I want to say so much. I'm not sure if I should or shouldn't. Maybe I should because it gets it out. It's to do with the reason why we set the warm-up goal as 6 pins and not a certain score. We could have said that the goal is to get 200 points. But I think with that, then we'd end up thinking too much about whether we'd be able to reach the goal. It's like, you haven't necessarily succeeded until you reach 200 points, which you only find out at the end. Whereas with the 6 pins goal, you can see if you got 6 pins or not. And so the failure is immediate, or the success is immediate. It's not a case of, oh, did you succeed? Will you succeed? It's, okay, did you succeed just now or not? And so that means, well, once you failed, you failed. But then you get another chance to do it again. Whereas 200 points, you have to play an entire game of bowling to end up with that score, if that makes sense. It's only once the game's finished, or you've already accumulated the points, that it's only once the game has finished or you've already accumulated 200 points that you will know if you've been successful or not. See, it's frame 8 and Blue Eyes doesn't actually have 200 points. You know what, on that subject, when is the earliest point in a match that you'd have 200 points? Surely it would actually be frame 8. Because at the end of the 3rd round, you have 240 points and 3 triangles. But that's 240 points on after frame 9. So at frame 8, you'd have 210. Right now, Blue Eyes has 168. So even Blue Eyes right now, she doesn't have 200 points. So there's still every chance that she could finish the session and not have 200 points. In which case, if she's finished the session and then doesn't reach it, then you did all of that stuff. You did all of that bowling and you failed. As opposed to you failed or succeeded multiple times. You can only succeed once in an entire session. But if you're looking at it on a frame by frame basis, then you can succeed multiple times or fail multiple times. And so that's why for the warm-up, sorry Blue Eyes, we set it to 6 pins per frame instead of 200 points. That means you can finish a game with 72 points. 72? Yeah, 72 points. And you would still been successful, because you could get 6 pins on every single frame and you would end up with only 72 points, but you still,
Finish.
it just gives your warm-up a bit of a break. Don't hammer yourself down so much. You can increase the intensity of the warm-up later if you feel like you're actually able to handle it. So Matt Holson's warm-ups, over time, they've gotten more intense, more physically intense, because his physical fitness is increased enough so that he can actually handle that intensity. And so in my head, I'm thinking you can somewhat apply this to your brain. I still don't think that every element of physical training is applicable to mental training, or applicable to survival bowling, for example, just video games, right? Because people train for video games. But it's not the same as physically training your body. You're mostly training your brain. It depends on how intense the actual game is, because to some degree you have to be able to control very small parts of your body, but most of it is your brain's understanding to do it. That's where most of the work gets put in. Something about that felt right. It felt like what Blue Eyes is doing. My issue right now is that I haven't eaten. I did eat, but I feel hungry now. I feel like that's reducing my capacity. Oh, that's fun. So it feels like when we're tilting the joycon, we're not putting enough speed. So by the time the joycon gets far enough, the ball's already been thrown. So there's no speed. Well, the speed's slow. Even then, I'm not sure where we're going wrong. But I don't want to throw... I don't want to, what is it? I want the one throwing. Blue Eyes is the one throwing. Oh, I don't want Blue Eyes to throw late, is that what it is? It could just be my brain making everything feel like it's slow. It doesn't, it looks like it could be faster. I don't need the ball to pop out of Blue Eyes' hands too much. Sorry, Blue Eyes. Oh, we're doing this for an hour and then... Okay, come down. Yeah, I don't... It's not working. last one. I don't like talking. Oh, it's because people expect me to talk. Blue eyes? Okay, I won't listen to them. I feel like I'm responsible for a lot though.
Nice strike.
Ultimately, I don't need to be the one to do this, but if I can at least share insights so that other people can do it, then that's good. Because it's not about me doing it. It's not about people doing it for me. Because it's not about for me, it's about people being more respectful to their surroundings. Feelings it's painful. Oh, it's your favourite noise, guys. Crackle, crackle. I bet it doesn't even sound like that. This OBS has this red line, it goes like I'm thinking, what does that even sound like? I know what I'm hearing with my ears, and it doesn't sound that bad. It's so much comfortable to put my. It's so much more comfortable to put my right leg forward instead of my left. What frame is that, Blue Eyes? 9? You're right. Well, let's see here. The warm up has a condition that's very clearly outlined, which is knock over at least 6 pins. It's not make sure that you get strikes, make sure that your strikes look a certain way. It's simply make sure you knock over 6 pins or more. What we're doing here is very loose. Oh, that's actually funny because Matt talks about training, and he says for new people that are getting into running, or it's not just that, I think it's more that people have watched his bus stuff, like myself, and then started watching his training stuff for his fitness and his running, and then they feel inspired to start running themselves. But then they do it, and then they don't know what they're doing, so they might run too hard and give up because it just feels like rubbish to them. Yeah. Or they get injured because they're running too hard. Things like that. And he says to them, well, I've got this deal with the Runner app, so download the Runner app, use the code MattRuns18. It's like I'm plugging it for him. Well, but it's good, isn't it? So you can do that, and then you can get fit if you want to do that. So if you wanted to get fit, then I've just given you something that you can use so that you have some coaching. But don't take my word for it. Go to Matt Wholesome's channel. His YouTube handle is also MattRuns18, and you can check to see if he's still got that deal, so that you can actually download the Run It app with that code and blah 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 blah. But what I'm saying is, Matt runs 18. That's his username. Matt Wholesome says to his audience, here, we've got a deal with the Run It app. Type in this code and you'll get 2 weeks free training, free coaching, not free training, you have to do the training. You get 2 weeks free coaching so that you can get started. You have a sense of direction, you know what you're going to do here, there, so you're not, you're not confused and just doing a bunch of stuff that's incoherent and makes things worse for you. We don't have that for bowling. I actually had this discussion with myself yesterday. It was a bit painful, so I don't like talking about this stuff, but we found this golf guy. Why did we find him? Because YouTube said, here, you like Nintendo Switch Sports? Here you go, even though the only channel that the account I was using has watched Nintendo Switch Sports stuff has been from Dani the Pancake Warrior, which has given me, I don't know, and then of course it's going to give you the trending stuff of Nintendo Switch Sports, and that's the Pro League stuff because that's what everyone talks about. Anyway, that's how I got given this golf guy. The actual video, I think it was titled "How to Get a Hole-in-One with Everything," or how to use each club, or some kind of tutorial thing. And I thought to myself, should I trust this? I want to say yes, but I don't feel like I can. And this is coming from experiences where, for example, I looked at a video. I wanted to see if there's a video out there that outlined the technique called vectoring in Super Mario 3D World. And when I looked it up, when I searched it, when I typed that into the search bar and pressed enter, I got a result that was fairly trendy, but I felt like it missed a lot of details. It's like if Pen and Co had covered the same topic, he would have gone into more about how it works. This is not Pen and Co's game. But this guy, he basically said what I already know, if that makes sense. He didn't teach me anything new, and I guess that's coming from a perspective that I suppose understands vectoring, but then question mark, do I understand vectoring more than this guy who's made this tutorial video? Because there are things that, if I were to make a video about it, there are things that I would have covered that he didn't cover. So he just told me stuff that I already know, but I don't know how to describe it. So, the point is, he's made this video about this technique that's supposedly really cool and hard to pull off and all that sort of stuff. So it's a unintuitive technique that speedrunners use to complete the game really fast. And people like speedrunning, people are interested in it, they find it entertaining. So for someone to cover the topic, people will watch that. But like I said, I didn't get anything from that video. I think I got a bit because the kind of demonstrations he was able to put together were a bit more, I guess, explorative, if that's the right word, because as much as I don't like this about this, if that makes sense, he used a mod, like a modded stage, if that makes sense, which really allowed us to see the extent of vectoring. I know Pennycoat does this as well, where he'll modify the code so that he can give you some kind of demonstration. Like he'll put these blocks here so you can see how misalignments work, for example, but the blocks wouldn't actually be there, if that makes sense. So I was able to see a demonstration of vectoring that I would never really get to see in the game, because Why? Why wouldn't I get to see it? Yeah, because there isn't a level that's designed the way that this modded level is designed. So I got to see an interesting demonstration, but I didn't get much depth of an explanation, if that makes sense. So going back to this golf person, in my head I'm thinking, so he's made this tutorial video, but how far is he going to explain it? And then what if someone else actually wanted to do it themselves? Is he going to enable them to be able to do it? And I'm saying if the answer is no, the video doesn't mean much to me. I guess that's just to me, right? But you get videos that show you this technique and then you get inspired to do it yourself, but then you don't really get taught the process of how you even learn how to do it. So it's not just about this is how you do it, how do you then learn how to do it? Because those are two different things. Being able to understand what's going on and then being able to do it. Because I can say to you, I understand what goes on in many speedruns that I've watched, but could I actually do it myself? No, not yet, because it's like the logic behind it makes sense, but then the logic behind the actual inputs doesn't make sense for my body. It's like I can't press this button, I don't know how to press this button, and then immediately press this button and move my fingers like this to do that. How do you practice doing that? Does the golf guy explain that? I don't know if he does, but I guess I'd be saying I wouldn't expect him to. So how does that tie in with this? Well, it ties in with this because we're here throwing the ball, right? But we don't know what we're trying to do. Well, we know what we're trying to do ultimately, but there are so many steps involved with trying to get our brain to understand it, if that makes sense. It's like the golf guy, I thought Maria was Nick for a moment. The golf guy could show you how to take the shortcut through the trees, and then you think, okay, I can see how he's done it, so all I have to do is go here, go here, go here, and then do this, right? Okay, but then how do you actually do it? How do you swing the joycon so that it works the way that he does it? He might say, you have to swing it like this. Okay, but then how does that work for me? So how do I understand the intensity of the swing? I'm not sure if I can explain that here, but I guess those are the sort of things that I'm thinking in my head. You can see this thing, even bus driving, because I've seen it, but then I'm thinking, can I actually drive a bus myself? Because it's not just you put your hands on the steering wheel and do this and do that, and make sure you watch out for the cars, because once you're actually sat on the bus, you've got all these things in your head. You have to watch this, watch that, watch this, watch that. You got this person here trying to get on the bus. Is anyone getting off the bus? Who's on the offside? I don't want to hit anyone. What are the traffic lights saying? How late or early am I on the timetable? Are there any diversions on the route at the moment? Because you have to keep that in mind as well. There's so much to balance. It's too easy to say you just have to do this and do that. You have to learn how to do it. And there are some steps that you can take to help you learn it. Some people have different steps that they can take, because I guess everyone's different. So not everyone learns the same way. But to take it all on at once might be a bit much. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Here we are trying to get this ideal strike, but there's so much to this strike that we don't even understand. So maybe we should start smaller. Instead of I don't know, because, like I said already, not every game is a 300. So if we're always aiming for 300, we're sort of burning our brain up, because we don't even know what goes into making that thing. I don't know. So we said that the warm-up was to knock over 6 pins each time. What if the actual session then was to make sure that we always knock over 8 pins? Because I know we're aiming for 10, but if you're not at a point that you can knock over 10 pins consistently, if you're not at a point where you can knock over, see, look, she's got 200 points now, but not every game's going to be like that. Anyway, if you're not at a point where you can knock over 10 pins every time, then I guess the one time when you don't knock over 10 pins, you look at that and think, well, that was bad. Why didn't it happen? And I guess if you can't figure it out, or why didn't the strike look the same? Why did pin number 7 barely knock over? Why did pin number 3 go sideways? We don't understand these things. But by making this goal, I guess, beyond our comprehension, then, I don't know, maybe we always look at it and think, this is not going to happen. Or just, it builds up too much stress in our brain. So maybe we should work with a smaller goal first, and then go up in smaller steps. And that might make it a bit more fun. So it doesn't need to be a grind like that.
Amazing.
At least we can say that we're getting at least 8 pins knocked over each time. Now, I'm not sure if that's like our threshold, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what we should be focusing on, so I guess we're still trying to work out what that is. Let's see how we get this last row. What leg was I standing on? I was standing on my right leg, so again I've fully forgotten the form. I've forgotten the form already.
Finish.
I don't care if you're thinking, well, I do care, but I guess it's like, if you're thinking, well look, Blue Eyes just scored 300 points again, why would you be saying that your target shouldn't be to get 300 points? I'm not interested. It's like I am interested because what you're saying is valuable, it means something, but at the same time, I know personally that this as like I don't know, it's not, I feel like this is out of reach. You saw those strikes, some of them were really bad. And we're not here to chain together wonky strikes, we're here to try and perfect the technique. This isn't about getting the strikes, it's about the technique and understanding what goes into it. What we need to do next, I have no idea. So I guess that's what I was thinking. Maybe we should set the goal to 8 pins so it doesn't feel so painful. Because if we get a strike, it's still more than 8 pins, isn't it? So it's not really a problem. If we can figure out how to knock over at least 8 pins, maybe it opens up a bit more than focusing solely on the strikes. Wait a minute, what leg are we on? The right again, okay.
Nice strike.
And that's another thing, now we're trying to mimic the technique that Blue Eyes is doing, okay? Make sure you remember to put your left leg forward. That's one of the goals of this session. Make sure you remember to put your left leg forward. Now, again, I like that because it's a continuous goal. You can do it again and again and again. You can also fail it again and again and again, but then you can succeed the next time. Oh, late throw. Wow, that looks really cool though. So then it's, okay, you failed this time, but this time you did it. Okay, that's cool. Also, my brain understands putting your left leg forward. It's like, you could say, make sure you get a strike again and again, but my brain doesn't understand the strike, if that makes sense. She got 8 pins. Oh, the pins went like that. Oh, they didn't do that right.
Nice spin.
Yeah. How are we doing for time? We did spend a lot of time talking. You could argue that means that we've lost time, so we need to make it up by playing for longer. I'm going to waver that for now. For now. We'll see. Going forward, what we'll do. Sorry, Blue Eyes. Seeing you in the replay actually helps because I sort of copy your pacing. If that makes sense. The way she swings, it's like my brain's developed a connection to that. And so that when I'm swinging the joycon and I'll move my leg forward, and then I swing back and forward just like Blue Eyes would. It feels like it's all together. I think that helps. Oh, those 2 pins did that. Okay, Blue Eyes did. Yeah, that's fine. We're trying to... okay. Maybe we need to do that. Pay attention to what Blue Eyes does more often. Watch Blue Eyes do a bunch of earlies. Copy the form and knock over at least 8 pins. That will be the goal for today. And we can do all of those things. Which is another thing. Good for it. The hook was missing there. Matt also won't do a training session that he can't do. And if he finds out that he can't do it, he will stop. I recently watched one of his sessions where he was on the treadmill and he was supposed to do 8 reps or something, 8 reps, which I think is 8 repetitive sessions. I think that's what reps means. I think that's what the term means. Well, either way, he was supposed to do 8 or 7. He got to 5 and he had to pause. And then he tried it again. Oh, did the 6th one. And then he gave up and said, no, I can't do this. I can't do it. He won't do a training session that he won't do a training session that he's currently not built for. But maybe that's what we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of training sessions that I can't actually put myself through, not sustainably, so then I end up burning myself out. So his sessions will still be hard, but he'll be able to do it. He'll be able to physically do it, and he'll understand how to do it mentally. So it's not like he's doing something that he actually can't do, because he can do it. And when we say actually can't do, we mean at that moment, can he actually do it? Okay, we can turn on that laptop soon. We can turn it on now, but I'll wait until Blue Eyes' session is finished. Slow. Well, let's focus on this because we're getting distracted as well. Let's put those two. We'll definitely get distracted because I'm thinking about the next steps. I think it's okay that I'm getting distracted though, because we're still in the early stages of, we are still in the early stages of coming up with some kind of training program. So it came to mind that the last session before the 2-day break is Fumiko Thursday. It would be nice for it to have been Fumiko Friday, but Friday's the first day off, so it can't be Fumiko Friday, and I refuse to shift the 2 days to Saturday and Sunday, so it will have to be Fumiko Thursday. Fumiko Thursday would involve practicing Fumiko spin, but the joke is, we're not good at Fumiko spin. And so, I guess it's like the boundaries are going to be different. You can't say, okay, for Fumiko Spin's actual session, for the Fumiko Spin proper session, you need to knock over 8 pins every time. Because if we don't even know how to do that, then, you know, that's going to be quite painful for your brain. If it's painful for your brain, depending on how your brain currently is, because some people can set a target, not reach it, and just say, "Oh, I didn't reach it. Okay, that's cool. Let's try again." That sort of thing. They can just keep going. They don't get stuck like that. Some people can do that. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Maybe a few times. But I guess when I start taking it seriously, maybe too seriously, then it becomes the grind, isn't it? That's the point where you're thinking, okay, well, we keep missing, we keep doing this wrong. How are we going to do it right? It was funny once, but now it's getting a bit of a problem. It feels like a problem. But some people, they can just bypass it. It's fine. They can set a target to 8 pins, keep getting 5, and think, that's alright, let's do it again. And it's not like they're being oblivious to what they're doing. They're still trying to get 8 pins. They still have an idea of what they should be doing to get to 8 pins. But they're not letting the 5-pin result offset their brain. They're not letting that make them feel sad because they didn't get the target. And some people, like I said, they can set a target, not reach it and feel fine. Some people can set a target, not reach it and feel awful about it. And that comes to how their mindset currently is at that time. But I guess in conclusion for this little mini topic, I don't think that Fumiko Thursday should have a target of 8 pins for each throw during the actual session. And then for the warm-up, I have no idea what Fumiko would be pulling off, if that makes sense. Also, you will have to change your passive Fumiko for that, Blue Eyes. Also, Blue Eyes, you don't actually have a session, if that makes sense. So it goes like this. The first day is today, Sunday, and it's earlies. And I guess we're saying 8 pins, practice the form, watch what you or whoever is doing, and try to match it. Yeah, knock over at least 8 pins. Then Monday, you still have the warm up, which I guess it can be the same. And then I think it's Apple bowling. Again, Apple doesn't play in the Pro League, but it doesn't matter. Because we also said I don't want to not have any sessions in the play globally mode, because I feel like the people need something, and so for us to just go away and not see anyone, I feel like that wouldn't help people. So I feel like we should still get out there, and Apple has some items to earn. So I can do that with Apple, but that's with Apple, not you. And then what's next? Tuesday, right? I think Tuesday is for the lates, which we could technically apply the 8-pin thing to, but I think we'll have to judge it on the warm-up, because I don't even know if the warm-up will feature lates or not. Probably not, but I guess we'll have to find out. We've been doing the earlies for so long that I have no idea where we are with the lates. To have a target there, but it may be the same as this, because Barbara's done really well with the lates. And then I would say that session, the lates one on Tuesday, can be exactly like this one, just that the throws are late. And then on the Wednesday, it's Barbara play globally. If Barbara can have my other pass, then yes, Barbara will... No, not my other pass. If she can have my pass, but for the Nintendo Switch too, so it's like now I get to have 2 passes because of that console, then Barbara can go out there in Play Globally as well. So then she gets to earn items, and it also gets something, I'm not sure where it is. The alternative to that is I could put you on the whatever day that is. What day would that be? Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday. I could put you on instead, because right now I don't think Barbara has any items that I'm really looking forward to. But I don't know, it's Barbara, so I'll think about it. Plus, we'll think about that one. It'll either be you or it will be Barbara on the what day is that? Wednesday set up like that. Now the Thursday, what is Thursday? The internet's terrible for some reason. Okay, Thursday is Fumiko Thursday, right? Which we already outlined, and that's it. Fumiko Thursday. So let's take this out now. Put this in here. Okay. We'll be done in like 30 minutes. We will be done in around 30 minutes, full stop. Okay. That video is uploading. How long will it take to be published? No, it won't be published. It will take 1 hour and 2 minutes. My head is hurting a lot, but I think that's because I'm putting a lot on it. So, not surprised. So you understand what our training program is. It's still in beta. You still need to figure out. I don't need to, but I think it would help. If we are actually going to do the training, it would help if we understood what we're going to do. Did I mention the warm-ups and cooldowns? No. I did mention that you've seen the warm-up already.
Strike.
No torch, Blue Eyes. Well, she also pushes her leg out, but she has the space to do that. You're not wrong, Blue Eyes. She said, you know, you could have just watched Maria. Oh, cables, Blue Eyes. Sorry. Just not sure, Blue Eyes, about this one. Put that behind my back, my neck.
Great double.
No, you got over 10 pins. Sorry, you got over 8 pins. You got over 7 pins. So you need to, need to. If you get 8 pins, it's fine. If you get 8 pins, it is okay. If you get less than 8 pins, then we should be a bit more attentive. We should be attentive regardless, but we're working to 8 pins.
Fantastic.
At the point in which we feel like we can increase it to 9 pins, we can try. And to be honest, maybe you might never know. And so, I don't know if it's worth one day try increasing it up to 9. You've done 8 pins for enough time. You've done 8 pins for a long time. Seems to be really good. Okay, let's try 9 pins and see what happens. That sort of thing.
Awesome.
If it goes well, then great. Keep it up. If it goes bad, then I guess analyze what happened and see if you feel like you can keep it up. Wow.
Go.
At this point, yours has gone 5 strikes in a row. Feels weird, you know. Weird. Feels like it happens a lot more than it used to. Yeah, I was going to say keep in mind with the warm-up and the cooldown, you don't really pay attention to what happens as much. But I guess that's kind of given based on what we've already said. With the warm-up, like we said as well. No, we said with the warm-up you need to get at least 6 pins, but also late throw. Also with the warm-up, we're not paying attention to what Blue Eyes is doing as much, so we're just throwing the ball, seeing how it will, helping Blue Eyes throw the ball and see how many pins she can knock over together. Whereas here, we're also paying attention to what Blue Eyes is doing. And then increasing the quota to 8 pins. And also, we were freestyling before. Yeah, the idea behind the warm-up and the cooldown is to play however you feel comfortable playing. So let's say, you prefer to play sitting down. Yeah, you prefer to play sitting down, or you prefer putting your right leg in front, or you prefer throwing late instead of early, things like that. You can do that in the warm-up. You don't need to. The cable.
Double.
Let's see what Blue Eyes did. Well, that was interesting. It's always interesting, you just have to believe it, but it interested me. It interested me. Oh, the cooldown. Same thing. Well, we'll get to the cooldown, but you're not so focused on the scores. It's within your comfort zone, the cooldown. So you're still doing the activity, but within your comfort zone. Whereas the workout, so to speak, is when you're pushing yourself a bit further. You can still have a fun workout. That's not impossible.
Yes.
You can still have fun during your workout. But you will be working your brain a bit more. I guess that is technically how you learn, isn't it? Your brain has to be worked. It doesn't have to be painful. It can feel that way. Like I said, my head's been hurting. Oh, that's another thing about the scores. So you see the scores here are like this. Let's say during the cooldown, the scores are lower. That's fine because it doesn't matter now. Like our brain doesn't need to be thinking about trying to get better. We're cooling down from that whole mental side of you need to do this, you need to be good enough. Drop it. This is your cooldown, your time to rest. You still like bowling, so let's make bowling feel good by just playing your way in your comfort zone. You don't need to think about training until the next day. But during the training is different, I guess. Now, but there have been many training sessions that I've ended. In fact, I think every training session on record I've ended feeling like we're missing something. And maybe part of that comes from the fact that joycon has low battery life, and also the fact that we never reach the sort of goal that we're looking for, so we always feel like, okay, well, I don't feel like this is good enough. I want more. I want to reach the next step. I want it now. Infinity right mode. I want to reach the next step now. Give yourself a break from all of that. Have a cool down. And then when you start, have a warm up so you're not thinking, oh, why is it so bad? You need to think that it's so bad. You didn't do that right, so let's look at what everyone else did. Interesting how she does this. Yeah, but then the tilt of the joycon is still really important as well.
Great double.
That's great. Okay, so because sometimes you could do the swing and then the joycon's already like this to okay, so then you would be saying make sure that the joycon's always flat in your hand. That help would be interesting. Remember, goal is 8 pins, so even if it doesn't work, it's fine. 8 pins. We'll pick up the other lessons as we go along, but 8 pins.
Wonderful.
It's crazy, because Blue Eyes keeps getting strikes. The goal's 8 pins. Blue Eyes is very proficient, that's it. It's too early to say. Should we increase it to 9? I'm not sure if it's too early, but I'm going to say, don't worry, we're in the train session. In the session. Focus on the session. Wow, did you see how pin number 1 went like that? It's crazy. It went so fast. That's fun. It's really fun. Okay. Let's check management. In my head, I'm thinking the fact that we feel like, something else went in my head as I was talking. The fact that we feel like the threshold is 8 pins instead of 10. It says to me, why are you aiming for the infinity ring? It's out of your, it's impractical. But this is what people do though, isn't it? That's what they do though. You're not even consistently getting strikes, but you're aiming for the infinity ring. Why don't you work on this first? Get your threshold from 8 pins to 9 pins and then to 10 pins. And then at that point, sure, okay, maybe you've got a shot. In other words, maybe you have a chance. Goodness me, I feel like I'm too sidetracked. Yeah, maybe you've got a chance. Oh, you still got 9 pins.
Finish.
It wasn't an early play though. Oh, you got 268. You got 268 Blue Eyes. That's funny. You didn't get 224, but you got 268. What's the time? Okay, we'll have one more. It's 9:15, but we've done a lot of talking. Yeah, if you're not knocking over 10 pins every time, it seems like you shouldn't even be bothering. You can go in the Pro League, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with going in there, but to go in there thinking, yeah, we'll reach the infinity rank, I think you're messing with your own head. I don't think it's worth doing that to yourself. To think, before Tomoko went into the Pro League the second time, at the end of July, I was getting to a point with Barbara where the ball was basically always going in the hoop. It wasn't solid, I'll be honest, it still wasn't that solid. But let's say the threshold was high enough that I felt like, well look, the the other players in the Infinity Rank League, they're making mistakes, and they make mistakes more often than I feel like they should. I'm not trying to make them look bad, but I guess I'm trying to say how it feels in my head. I'm thinking in my head, if you're really at that infinity level, you wouldn't be making mistakes. You'd barely be making mistakes at all. You might still make mistakes, but it's like you could go 10 games in a row with no errors. But I've watched some of the players in the Infinity Rank play. Tomoko's even been with them. Blue Eyes, you were the first person that I ever played with to encounter an Infinity Rank player, and that guy made mistakes as well. I'm not saying that you guys have to be fortified, but I'm saying if they're making mistakes and we're going up against them and we're even able to compete to a point where it's okay, we actually could win or we actually could lose. I'm looking at Barbara and what Barbara could do, and I'm thinking, I think this is enough. I think this is enough to make it then. And I guess we also hadn't had enough basketball experiences to really be able to say sorry, to be able to say maybe not. I think with bowling, we've had enough to say this probably isn't a good idea, because we've done basically a year with Barbara, and she went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're seeing how the other players are playing, and like we said, even the players from the A Rank League, they can get scores just like this one, 268. They can get it. So if they can get it, then it's like, really, you're in the same group as them. You might be a little bit more proficient, a bit more advanced, but not enough to the point where you could go 10 matches in a row without losing, for example, even when A-rank players are present. So that says to me, why are you doing this to yourself? At least with the Basketball Pro League, what we were doing made me think we could do this. But this is sort of, I don't even know. I'd like to think that we could, but I'm not getting enough to say no. I'm not getting enough to say yes. I need to say that yes, we can do it. Yeah, the fact that our threshold at the moment is 8 instead of 10 pins per frame. Even with the warm-up, the threshold is just 6. I know the parity split, even some of the more advanced players we're seeing are getting parity splits. But the fact is, if you're that advanced, you wouldn't even get them. And even if you did, you'd be able to convert them, and we can't convert them consistently. That's why the threshold is 6 and not 8. That's for the warm-up. If you're really up there, maybe the warm-up would be 8, but it's not. The warm-up is just 6. And I guess the fact that we're setting that as our target, I guess it says how much we feel we still have to learn, if that makes sense. You might think to yourself, 1, Blue Eyes hasn't gotten a single parity split, nor has she ever knocked over 6 pins or less during any of the sessions today. This might be true, but also you could argue that we think lowly of ourselves, so that's why we're setting the warm-up target at 6. But in my opinion, I actually think 6 was a very what's the word? I feel like it was a rational judgment. I think setting it to 6 pins felt reasonable, because we know that we get the anti-splits. Even when we're trying to not get them, we're trying to get a strike, instead we get an anti-split. We're not able to make it so that we don't get anti-splits by choice. So because we're not at a point where we feel like we can't avoid the anti-split, we're saying threshold is 6 for the warm-up. But if we were above that, if we were more advanced, if we had more experience, if we had more experiences to be able to make sure that we don't get the anti-split, or if we get the anti-split, we're always converting it, then it should be 6. But 6 is not high. So why are we going for the infinity ring? What's going on? We can still practice to try and get to it later. But ultimately I'm saying... Oh, I'm saying that we don't need to worry about reaching it. Just focus on the little steps. Focus on increasing the threshold from 6 to 7 for the warm-ups. No, you don't even focus on increasing the threshold for the warm-ups. You focus on increasing the threshold for the actual sessions. So you want to go from 8 to 9. Then the warm-ups will go up with it at some point. But we go from 8 to 9. That's what we're working towards, I guess. That's what we're doing. Not making it too big. Oh, that controller's gone. You can plug this out. A little bit annoyed, but I think that's because I'm messing up my hair. Okay, so I need to get Spocco's controller. I need to take our time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time and take your time. The screen went crazy and we did this. Now you can see blue eyes. They're not so dangerous, dragon. She said, hey. You like your title, blue eyes. Oh, wrong leg. Sorry, blue eyes. I guess that was good for me.
Amazing.
I don't know why that happened. I think. Still? Oh my goodness, you got a turkey. Got 8 pins at least each time. So we're still on target. Yeah, you go. The early throw, that was good. That was really good. Want the early throw to be early. But not too early. Next. So you can succeed at one frame and fail on the next. What do you think? Will it be a fail or a success? A failure or success? I'm not going to add quizzes to this video though. My brain completely lost it. That was cool. What happened there? I see. What do I say? You still got 9 pins. Still got 9 pins, to be honest. Is pin number 2 getting it? No, 4 got it. That was good. Well done. Does that mean pin number 2 went sideways? Good luck.
Great double.
I mean, you would have still had 9 pins if you missed pin number 10. The threshold's 8 pins. We're not used to it, isn't it? We're not used to it. We're used to the threshold always being 10. Because we're always saying you have to get 10 pins to get a strike. Can't win in the Pro League without strikes. You can't win in the Pro League without strikes. You can't win in the S-Rank League without strikes. Yes, you probably could.
Go, go.
But there's a certain point, there is a certain point where you would get caught out, especially with the special lanes. If you just kept getting spares, you wouldn't even have 50 points by the end of the first round, so you'd be gone, probably, with the standard lanes, so 50 point league, can't always get spares. That was our mindset. What was it? Spare? Who needs a spare? That's streamer brain stuff. As soon as I said that, who needs a spare? I was just thinking of Former Sky. Who needs this? You can just have them. Such a cliche, isn't it? No, it's not against Sky. I'm just saying that's why Sky uses it, because it's a cliche. So people recognize that phrase, isn't it? That's the whole point. That's why you say stuff like that. But I don't like saying stuff that are cliche. I like saying my own stuff. Why else do you think you have? Why else do you? That's one of those phrases, isn't it? Why else would be? No. Instead, it's things like "You're not good enough" and "Gwen." Gwen. 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 Oh, speaking of Tomoko, I think she'll be up next. Well, you still got one more frame, Blue Eyes, but you can't get 268. Okay, this is your last time to do it. There's something wrong. At least you got 9 pins, that's good. You got 266, I do like the number 266.
Finish.
I don't like the numbers 66 or 26. I don't really like 26, but 266. It's probably because of the bus route. I don't know. Or maybe it's the font. Maybe the font's why I don't mind 266. I don't really like 166 though. And that's it. Training completed. Again, to think that Blue Eyes' score is always over 200. And she got so many strikes. So many strikes today. I think she got 300 once during this session, and then she got it once in the warm-up. Or she got it twice during the session. I don't think she did, but there's so many games where she started with a turkey. If you're doing stuff like that in the Pro League, that's serious. You can make it far with that. But how far? Well, I don't know. And if our threshold's still 8, I don't think we're in a position to be thinking, yeah, we can make it. Because that's the thing. We'll have sessions like this and then get tricked into thinking, not even get tricked, we just trick ourselves to think, oh look, well Blue Eyes could do this, so I guess Blue Eyes can make it, and then we go out there and it's a crash course, and that's it. Then we're thinking, no, we don't have a chance. Then which way is it? Is it you have a chance or is it you don't? Make up your mind. And we get tricked because it's what we see from other people, isn't it? Yeah, because guess what? It's only because I'm seeing this stuff from Matt Wholesome that now we're integrating the concept of a threshold session. That's not really a concept I've thought of before. Not until I started watching his stuff and really understanding it. It's been really helpful to watch his progression. Because before, I just watched him try to get his target time. His target time was 18 minutes 30 for his 5k run. 5km run. He says 5k. His 5km run, his target was 18 minutes 30. His personal best was 18 minutes 4 seconds, but he hadn't run for ages. So he was just getting himself fit again. And he said, okay, well, let's be reasonable about this. Let's go for 18:30, just based on how we've been training and progressing. The guy got 18:05. And then he said, okay, well, that was really good. That was really good. I think we're good enough to increase our 10k time, his 10km run time, and get a personal best there. And so then now his training's gone there. He's also gained a coach that's reached out to him. And then now that he's been practicing for his 10k run, this is in the past because it's already happened, but as he began training for his 10k run, everything's increased. His mileage each week has increased, and the intensity of the sessions have increased. So basically his thresholds have gone up since the 5k, and I guess that's something that my brain noticed after a while. I noticed, you know what, well, he keeps saying that everything's gone up, but also he's working with it. It's not like he's doing too much. He's now, he's proved to himself that his body is capable of working harder. Now that he knows that his body can work harder, he's going to push himself harder, because he can be pushed harder. It's not a case where it's, well, I don't know if I could push myself harder. That's why when he set his 5k target, it was just 18 minutes 30. It wasn't 18:04. It wasn't, 17 minutes something. It was just 18:30. He got 18:05. I remember when I saw that, I thought, wait, he's nowhere near 18:30. What's going on? This guy he almost broke 18 minutes. I was really surprised because I guess, narrative tension? Because I was thinking, well, he's going for 18:30. He's doing well. His his training's been going well, so maybe he'll get a personal best. Let's see what happens. I think at the bare minimum, I would have expected him to have expectations. I would have expected him to have passed his personal best, maybe by, 10 seconds or something. But he almost surpassed it by a full 30 seconds. I'm thinking, that's nowhere near your target. You were so pessimistic when you said that. No, I think he's just being realistic. Because again, like I said, he knew that he hadn't been training for so long. He knew, so that's why he didn't want to push himself too much. But now that he knows that he can go further, now he's going further. But it's only because we've watched that we're thinking, well, couldn't we apply this to ourselves? But before that, we're just looking at things from the way everyone's showing it, and I guess we're not getting enough inspiration to approach progression like this, where you're just looking at it from a smaller step and then you go up. Yes, people talk about it, but I guess not in the context of gaming, because when it comes to games, all I see is world record this, I did that, I'm grinding for this, watch me, look at what I'm going to do, it's so cool, come and join my stream, have some fun with me. It's all about me, I did this, I'm really cool. Instead you have me, he's the one saying you're not good enough, so I'm just giving you everything. I feel like I'm so worse off that I can't even be bothered to give you, some kind of perfection, so I'm going to give you the work in progress instead. And it's a sort of work in progress that doesn't even suggest that I'm going to make it anywhere, but it's just, well, we're giving this a try and let's just see what happens. It's different because, like we've seen with Road to Infinity Rank is, I'm going to go on this journey and I'm going to make it. For us it's, well, we can give it a try and see what happens. I don't know if we'll make it. There's nothing that says to me that we'll make it. So we'll just, I don't know. It's like I can't even say Road to Infinity Rank because that implies that you're going to make it. We don't know if we're going to make it. That's how we feel about ourselves. We're making progress. We've been making progress before we even thought about the Infinity Rank, because we've been having experiences and we've been engaged with the sport, been having fun. We've kept playing, even if it's in bits. We've been playing throughout the last nearly 4 years since this game came out. We've been playing bowling, and that's why you're seeing all these 300s. They haven't come out of nowhere. They come from someone who's dedicated and enjoys the sport. Not dedicated to a point where he thinks, oh yeah, I can smash everyone up and get the best scores. No, I don't feel that way about myself. 1 and 2, I don't care about smashing people up because I don't think that's nice. But I think we should stop. We've already had our hour. I might make myself feel worse, so I'll go and grab Tomoko. I can see Barbara over there. Yeah, you can come out. Was that I with you? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was just Maria. You think I would have noticed the hat? Oh, okay, she's going to get Tomoko. Alright, well, I'll get you two set up since you two are already here. I don't know if I's pass has been returned to her. I don't think it has. Go check. Go check. So this is the cooldown. Oh yeah, so we did consider adding the special links to the training rotor that we have, but I guess in my head I said Fumiko Thursday will account for a lot of what the training would be. There is actually a special lane which, since I'm bowling with right-handed players, it will catch us. It can catch us out because it involves harrow spin. Specifically, like this, you can't use Fumiko spin. You just hit the bar. But besides, I mean, we're okay with harrow spin. Or I feel like it's easier for me not to control it, but just to add lots of harrow spin. I can do that better than Fumiko spin. And then a lot of the special lanes, you can just use the earlies and lates and still get the strikes. You don't really, there's not as much to learn there, if that makes sense. We just need to get the positions right. Once we do that, then maybe the strikes will come a bit more often. I'm using the wrong words, but I guess what I'm saying is we're already doing lots. We're doing play globally because my brain fries when we go there, and we're doing earlies and lates here and Fumiko spin. So I think that's good enough. Considering we have 2 days off, we'll just work with that, and then maybe when it looks like we're in shape, so to speak, then we can throw this in. Okay, let's get everyone ready. Blue Eyes, would you like to be first? Alright, so where would... Oh, I see. Tomoko is using I's pass, so now I doesn't have a pass. See if I can do anything with Gwen's pass. Oh, you're in that outfit, Barbara. Didn't change it. Okay, Gwen. Well, I miss you, Gwen. Also, Gwen, you're left-handed, so... Apple, we'll leave Apple. Hmm. Because if they're both shut, I'm going to leave Apple because I don't want to change it back. Considering she's tomorrow, isn't she, Apple? Okay, I'll check. I can see them, they're on their way. Yes, so, wait, hold on, let me see. Well, Tomoko's glasses are here. Okay, don't worry, Well, I still need to go back. It's because your pass, we gave it to Tomoko when you took my pass. Yeah. So then I was thinking, well, if Tomoko's got your pass, where's your pass coming from if Blue Eyes is still here? But then I could give this pass that Gwen's not using right now. I can give that to Tomoko, and you can take Tomoko's pass. Here's Blue Eyes. You're gonna change, Barbara. Alright. Into what? Sure. Do you want the earrings? Okay. Where even is it? And she went past it. 4. This is page 4. This is page 5. She said she wanted the earrings. You don't want pink ones, Barbara? No, okay. You're sorted. Do you want your bowling ball? And you just use the ones out there. Alright. This is Tomoko. Right now it's showing Gwen. You can see Gwen, but it will be for Tomoko. Now you look like Jessie. Look, it's it's actually young Jessie. Now it's Jessie. It's Jessie. And now it's going to be it looks blatantly like Susanna. Now let's set it for Tomoko. It already looks like him. Tomoko, well, see. Okay, well, you're wearing that outfit. Can I find it? Which one is it? Oh. What title do you... Okay. I'll get this joycon back. Oh, it won't work. Oh, it's off, that's why. That's why it won't work. Oh, I actually need it. I don't need it, but I guess we're saving time, aren't we? Ball. Do you have that one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, double got. And then let's give this pass to I. Same skin tone. We need the bun. Brown. Barbara's eyebrows. Where's your outfit and I? Oh, there it is. Where's your hat on? There it is. You have Siobhan's hat too. You have Siobhan's glasses. Yeah, but do you have any pigtails then? What do you think? You think Siobhan would look good in this? She said yes. It's a very confident yes. I don't think anything else would suit Sibon, because I don't really think this does. It kind of does, but not really. I don't think it does. Oh wow, what a pretty face. What is your title forever? No, that's not your title. Your title is hungry. I'm going to put hungry there right now. Hungry, yeah, hungry. Okay, well, let's get your bowling ball. Oh, your bowling ball's there already. Okay. Joel, here it's time for our little cool down. What do you feel cooled down? What do you feel cooled down? It's Blue Eyes. Did you actually ask Sibon, Barbara? No. Yeah, it's Blue Eyes. So you do, guys. You can't strike. The pin was airborne like Max up. Who's around? I can see Giovanna. Barbara! It's nice to see you again. It's been a while. It's Martin. It's okay, Martin. Wow, there's so many of you. There's so much to the scorecard.
Nice strike.
Isa, Melissa, Tomoko. You're an all blue, Tomoko. She's what? What'd you do? Ah, she's split. Tomoko, she's split. What'd you do? Got one pin. You think so, Barbara? Well, how do you feel about that, Tomoko? Sure? Okay. What are you doing on? Oi! Oi! What's going on? Are you not listening to what Barbara just said? There's not one pin. Is that you, Julie? You know, I have not seen Jackie. I like how Barbara and Blue Eyes got strength. That's so funny. Oh, you got the Tomoko split too, but you got the other one. Yeah, you got the right idea, Barbara, I think.
Great double.
You can't have the strike. Well, I can't be bothered to say everything, so it's Tomoko.
Strike.
Noted. Dani's turn. Oh, you're so adventurous. Oh my goodness.
Strike.
Giovanni, Elisa, Marissa. Oh, just you guys. It's just blue eyes.
Strike.
I see, yes. Well done, Barbara. I could put this over my head now too. I'm getting really hungry. Really hungry. But I know what I can prepare for myself. Prepare yourselves.
Wonderful.
In the back of my head, I'm going to say, cool down. Should we? I'm not sure. Because in my head, I'm thinking, so I'm still helping Tom play, for example. But then there's a question of, okay, so
Double.
how do I help Tomoko play? What should I don't know, like, what kind of agreement should there be between Tomoko and I? See, Barbara said that, for example, when, who was it? Tomoko had that split, and Barbara's thinking, okay, you probably shouldn't try that hard to convert it. And I thought, I like what you're thinking, because it's like, I don't really know how to do that this way. So by actually attempting to convert it, I guess I'm not really cooling down, am I? Actually all got strikes, that's funny. So I'm thinking, Barbara, so I guess all of you, well, yeah, I'll wait for you, guys. 6 pins minimum again. Yeah, just to make any time that you don't get, anytime you don't get a strike, it doesn't feel bad because you still got more than 6 pins. Because remember, I've still got that in the back of my head where it's, okay, well, how could this have been a strike? But don't worry, because you still got 6 pins. Even Ali, she got an Annie split, which is 6 pins, so she still succeeded. She did not fail. There's not really much to think about, I guess, because this is the cooldown. Don't need to think too much.
Fantastic.
So I guess that 6 pin threshold for the cooldowns, I think that'll help. It probably would help with may have helped with Susanna and Mimi's session. Because I think the same thing happened where I'm thinking in my head, well, 6 pins, right? No, I'm thinking in my head, well done, Tomoko. That was good.
Yeah.
That was better than the other time. I think when you did that, you threw too early. Well done. What was it? It's, Barbara. With, who's it? Susanna and me. It felt like, okay, goodness.
Yeah.
How can we get Susanna and me to get as many pins as possible from where they're located? What can I do to help them? But I guess in my head I'm thinking, you... Yes, Barbara, the scorecard. That is so goofy. Barbara, it's fine. Just need 6 pins. You need 6 pins. It's all 10. Wow. It's too many pins. It's too many. Yeah, with Susanna and me, you just felt like, okay, I need to help them get all the pins knocked over. But what if I applied the 6 pin threshold to them? It doesn't necessarily need to be that they don't play how they want to. Barbara, you have 100. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to you, Barbara.
Go, go.
Yeah, but you have a 300 setup, right? Tomoko has a 279, so you get one. If he gets one spare, you're down to Tomoko's score. How's I doing? I've got 277 at the moment. See how she does here. Wow,
Awesome.
she got it. I don't know. Yeah, see, Barbara gets one. You guys are too much. Like I said, it's just 6 pins. It's just 6 pins. That's all you need. 6 pins is absolutely fine. And you guys are on fire, as the basketball announcer says. Oh, I said, but it's the same announcer though. In my head, my brain was going to add narrative tension. Oh, Barbara, keep going. And Barbara kept going. Barbara did keep going. Now it's Tomoko's turn. But remember, Tomoko only needs to knock over 6 pins. So really, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Ooh, a bit early. The hook was good though. It's good. It wasn't too early for appearance, but actually it was. Because then it spins too much, so you would have, yeah. At best, the Roma split, or you're regularly the Tomoko split, right? Would have gotten that instead. But no, she got strike. Okay. Yeah, just saying this. That looks so clean. With Susanna and Mimi, still allow them to do what they want. Help them do what they want. But in my head, if it's okay, well, just 6 pins, right? Then it's okay. Although I guess it's the scorecard looks ridiculous. I guess with Susanna it's a bit wonky because Susanna does some wild stuff. And even then, there's a thing with Susanna. Yeah, that looked like it was too slow, that one. With Susanna and me, we could do this blue eyes, that's fine. Because I'm so used to doing it now. That's also why I got Barbara to do that. Oh goodness, I remember when we did that for the first time. I think it was during the training sessions. I said to Barbara, okay, well, the ball's there. Let's just stay in the same spot. Oh, the pins are there, sorry. Let's stay in the same spot. And just ball and see if we can get the pins without having to move. We've done that so much that now we're just used to it. It doesn't feel like we're pushing ourselves. You see the 2 pins left over and think, yeah, you know what? Can't even be bothered to move over to make it technically easier. We just use Fumiko's thing because we've been doing it so much. We're also quite used to using it and missing it. Barbara, the score is ridiculous, Barbara.
go!
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's not how it works though, guys. Oh, you're making Barbara proper laugh. That was mad. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's not how it works, guys.
Amazing!
Well, all of you, well, actually, you got the spare, didn't you? Everyone else is still going. Well, that means you get to start a new rally. So what? Well, you've only had one rally though. Yeah, but you can start another one. Look, Barbara can't get the rally start unless she gets a spare. No, she can. I'm thinking of the streak start, sorry. She can't get the streak start unless she gets a spare. You've only gotten one strike, so you still don't have a streak yet. You need to get a double to get a streak. Here's Barbara, the tigress. Wait, that's Blue Eyes. Yeah, they do, but that's like oh, you didn't pick Barbara. Interesting. You still got 9 pins. I feel like when I did that show with you, Barbara, I thought you're a bit close. Maybe you took it too much, and that's what happened. Ball barely got displaced. Oh, that's interesting. But yes, he's still knocked over 9 pins, that's good. Good work. And no one said that if you don't knock over 9 pins, it's bad. Just give yourself a lower threshold, and then what? You knock over 1 pin, and it's good. You know, that's kind of Tomoko's thing now that I'm looking at her. Tomoko doesn't care how many pins she knocks over. She just likes doing the bowling. And so it means that... What does it mean? I know, because you like to do the thing, don't you?
Nice view.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, if your threshold's... No, if your threshold's 1, yes. Well, Tomoko's threshold's technically 0. Tomoko's threshold is... She gets to throw the ball, and she does that every single time. And so she's happy. But then the joke is she's so far beyond that threshold. Right now, she's only one spare ahead of Barbara, if that makes sense. So Barbara's got a 279 set up. And now she's got a 258 set up. I's got 277 still. Technically, I's in second. I don't know what Blue Eyes has got. Yeah, I don't know what Blue Eyes has got. I think Blue Eyes has actually got a 246 right now. So she's not too far down.
Great double.
Oh, now you've got a streak, Blue Eyes, so now you have the streak still. But then everyone else can get it, because everyone else but I started a new streak. But that also means that I can get the rally star. In fact, now I and Barbara are tied for the rally star with 7 strikes. So if I gets a strike here, she'll take it, and Barbara will lose it basically. If Barbara gets a strike, she did. That was a really good strike as well. And now she can get the rally star, the streak star. This is really cooling down my brain, quite literally. It feels cooled down. I feel relaxed, positively stimulated. I think it's because I'm getting stuck in you're stuck in the scores, but not from sort of, oh, you must get struck. Like, they're clearly getting struck constantly, but it's like there's no sort of, oh, you must do it. So my brain is just relaxed. It feels fine. Although I have said this about Pro League. The Pro League, for some people, it makes them feel like they must get a strike. But if it's not in your head, it can actually help you get them. Is what I'm thinking. They're getting strikes. She's got 8 strikes now. Eyes won the rally stuff. She actually has won it outright because no one else can get 8 strikes. And I'm like, what else? Yeah, yeah, that's it. Blue Eyes is capped to 5. The other two are capped to 4. No, Blue Eyes is capped to 5. Barbara's capped to 7 because she can only get 3 more. Her next streak can only be 4. Tomoko's next streak can only be 4. And she got 6, so she's capped to 6. Barbara's 7. Blue Eyes can get to 5, and Eyes at 8 with a 277 set up. It's a close game. It's like high-end Pro League kind of stuff. That's what we're talking about as well. You get to see it and think, wow man, I don't even know who's going to win. Because even Blue Eyes to score right now, if she keeps this up, 246, I would have to get... She'd have to not get anything. She'd have to not get all 10 pins in order for Blue Eyes to overtake her. The same goes to Barbara. But if, what's her name? Tomoko gets 1 spare, Blue Eyes can get 3rd. What is Tomoko's 258? To be fair, if Tomoko gets a strike 9 spare, she'll finish with 247. I think. Yeah, it should be. Oh my goodness. You want Abby's games, you have the Abby style. That's another one. And then everyone got 1 split apart from Barbara. So everyone has the split start apart from Barbara, with Barbara's going next. So she could get a split. Yep, there's your 246. Also, everyone got 1 spare apart from I at the moment. Yeah, my brain feels so relaxed right now, it's crazy. But I've never ended any of the training sessions we've had with this kind of feeling. And when I was playing with Cesaro and Miyu, I didn't feel like this at all. The whole thing felt intense. I feel fresh. I usually don't feel like this, you know. In general, during the day, I wouldn't feel like this. Oh, you're going to get Blue Eyes' score if you get this. Blue Eyes. She got your score. Which is funny because if you didn't get that spare, you would have had 279, which I would say is your score, Barbara. But that means Barbara's also got the pickups. She actually stole the pickup star from Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes can't get the pickup star now. That's funny. Ooh, not bad. Yeah, we did it. Well done. Remember, the threshold is 6. Threshold is 6. It's well within reach. You're up, Tomoko. Oh, also, Barbara didn't win Abby's game. Ooh, close. Sorry, it's just the fact that it's close. Ooh, is Tomoko going to do it? This is what I like about Bob. You don't know Tomoko's going to do it. But when the threshold is 6 instead of 10, it means that there's no sort of... It's like... In your head, the strikes aren't guaranteed. Oh, you messed up, Tomoko. So you didn't get the Abby star. You also got 257, which is still too many points for Blue Eyes. So Blue Eyes is taken last. Unless I doesn't get... that's actually last, but then there's true last, isn't it? Who's got true last? We actually don't know, so let's find out. Oh! Yeah. Pin number 1. Yeah, when your threshold is 10 strikes, it's like you're not expecting to get anything other than 10 strikes, or you don't want anything other than 10 strikes. Here it's, for me, it's I want to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to see what happens. I don't necessarily want to see a strike. I don't mind if I see one, because it is what happens, and I want to see what happens. Or it is what's happened, and I wanted to see what will happen, and I get to see it. But you can already see 247 though. What is her setup? It's 277, that's what we said. Ooh, that last throw. We got 276. And that's it. I actually won. Because she held out at the end. She got the split. She and Tomoko got the split. Look at these scores. These are all winning scores in the S-Rank League. You could win a match with all these scores. All of them. You guys got so many strikes. Yeah. Well, like I said, when the threshold is 6, you're thinking, well, I don't mind what they get, because you're not really supposed to expect things, but on average, these guys usually get more than 6 pins anyway. So then you're thinking, between 6 and 10 pins, how many pins will they knock over? Well, you don't know. So then it becomes a bit more enjoyable for me. That's it. Only Blue Eyes won Abby's game, which is funny. I opened a Chrome tab and I did absolutely nothing with it. Well, I guess I can load up the spreadsheet with the bonus stars, so I can see who won. So I mean, we know that I won the I got a parity split and won the match. That's crazy. I won the game with the most points, so she gets a star for that. And then the Abby star, that goes to Blue Eyes because she's the only person who got the turkey at the end. And then the Rally star went to I, who got, was it 10 strikes in a row? I think so. And then the Streak star went to everyone but I, because everyone but I had 2 streaks. Blue Eyes' first streak started at frame 3 and ended on frame 6, technically. And then she started a new streak on frame 8 that ended on frame 10. Let's talk a bit slower next time. Barbara started her first streak on frame 1 and it ended on frame 7. She started her second streak on frame 9 and it ended on frame 10. That's still 2 strikes, so it still counts as a streak. Tomoko's first streak started on frame 2 and it ended also on frame 7. And then her second streak started on frame 9 and ended on frame 10. Just like Barbara, although she did get more strikes. We did consider the strike star as a bonus star, but we felt like, well, if you have the rally star, you're very likely to get that one, so we didn't want to make it such that the rich get richer, if that makes sense. And then I only had 1 streak, which started on frame 2 and ended on frame 10. So she only has 1, well, yeah, so she didn't get 2 streaks like the others, so everyone gets the streak star apart from I. The pickup star goes to Barbara, because she got 2 spares. Blue Eyes and Tomoko got 1 spare, and I got none. The silly star, actually, does it go to I? Well, Blue Eyes only missed 1 pin, which was the other part of the split that she got. Tomoko only missed 1 pin, which was, no, she missed 2, because she missed 1 from the split, and she missed 1 at the very end. I missed 4, because she missed 3 from the split on frame 1, and she missed 1 from the split on frame 10, so she missed a total of 4. So I actually got the silly star. The split star goes to everyone but Barbara, because everyone got one split pin scenario, the converted star goes to new one because none of the splits were converted. And then the gutter star also goes to new one because nobody rolled the ball to the gutter. Those two bonus stars are a bit funny. I don't like them, I guess, because I feel like if you were to take this game competitively, you would have someone, let's say that on frame 10, they'll just throw the ball in the gutter. I guess it can be a bit funny to think, huh, what did this guy do? Why did they throw the ball to the gutter? And then you see the results. Oh look, they got the gutter star. And then they actually win because of it. But, again, like with Mario Party, with the old ones, if you know what the bonus stars are, you can do stuff like that, and you can sort of calculate your chances of winning. So I don't love that about the gutter star, but we'll still leave it in. So then, how many stars does Blue Eyes have? Blue Eyes got the split star, the streak star, and the Abbey star. She got 3. Barbara got the... what did she get? Barbara got the pickup star and the streak star. And that's it. So she got 2. The Blue Eyes is actually ahead of Barbara. And then Tomoko got the split star. I think that's all she... no, she also got the streak star as well. The split star and the streak star. So she also got 2. And I got the rally star. The rally star, the pickup star, the silly star, and she won the match. Yeah, she got the rally star, she got the silly star, she got the split star, and she won the game, so she got 4 stars. So I won the game. Blue Eyes got 2nd, Barbara and Tomoko tied with that. And that's it, that's the end of party bowling. That was really fun. Total time played, well, total game time was 3 hours, which I still think is good to consider it as 3 hours, and not to say subtract the time that you didn't spend actually doing the bowling, mostly because the fact that we're here, I guess it depends. You know, just notice if you look at Tomoko and Ai's scorecard, they were really close, because you can see how on frame 6 it's 158 and then 157, and then you see that moment where I overtakes. So that's because I had a 277 set up and Tomoko had a 279 set up, so their scores were already close from the start. And then you see it close in on frame 6, and then I gets ahead. Yeah. What is it? It's to do with yeah, we spent, like, our brain was working on this game for 3 hours, is what I was saying. Because it's not just the actual bowling bit, it's also the fact that you're thinking about the bowling, you're thinking about how to do it, you're thinking about things related to it, like the Pro League, for example, or just a training program as a whole, for example. There's a lot of thinking that you're doing with your brain, and so even if you're not playing for a solid 3 hours, you're still dedicating yourself to the game for 3 hours. So I guess if that's something you would like to log, you can log that and say, okay, well, this week we did this much training. So I guess this is the thing that Matt Holson does, where he talks about how much training he did at the end of the week, for reasons that I'm not 100% sure on. I can see some of it being, well, we're just logging what we did, and maybe this will have some relevance to us in the future. It could also be the fact that, well, And that's because sometimes he also says stuff like, well, this week I didn't put in as much, but I also had good sessions. And he says, I'd rather have good sessions than have lots of mileage and not very good sessions. But then also he likes it when he has lots of mileage and then lots of good sessions. Not too much mileage, he doesn't want to break himself. He was talking about how he had a lot of weeks in a row where he was running for over 100 kilometers per week, or for each week. Let's start out again. He had a couple of weeks in a row where he was running for more than 100 kilometers, or around that much. And he was thinking, it's a lot. And I think even his coach was saying, we should probably have a week with less volume, just to get you back down a bit, and then you can start up again with the 100k weeks. Why did we say that? Oh, because he's saying how he likes putting in lots of, generally speaking, if the sessions are good, he likes putting in lots of physical work. This isn't really the same, because I guess the physical side of this is a lot more limited, but I guess from a mental perspective, I guess you could also say putting in a lot of time. Again, if it's good mental thought, not bad mental thought, or not less useful mental thought. If you have good brain sessions, if that makes sense, the sessions that are good on your brain, having lots of that is good, yes. And then maybe we can see the relationship between the amount of time we spent and then how much improvements are made and in which ways, whether it's to do with like feeling comfortable entering the Tomoko zone while we're playing, or if it's to do with improving techniques and learning new things. We'll see. We're near the end of this discussion. Last week and the week before that, we worked really hard. I'm not sure about the week before that. The week before that was the first week. It was fine at the start, although I'm not sure how effective it was. And in the second week, I toasted myself. We had several 3 to 5 hour days in a row last week. This week's been 3 hours, but only because we were just getting started, I feel like. And even then, it wasn't 3 hours of pain. Because we had the warm-up, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we felt it in the warm-up, but that's because we were balancing OMC2 with it as well. We felt it in the warm-up, we felt it during the session, and then the cool-down was cool. It actually felt cool. I feel like I've cooled down. So, yeah, it's been 3 hours, but it doesn't feel that bad, does it? Well, it doesn't feel bad right now, so I guess that's what I'm leaving the video on. Tomorrow is, you know what tomorrow is. You don't need to look forward to it. I don't need to look forward to it. We'll just have it happen. Come, enjoy it. Enjoy what we can, and it's on to the next one. I know it's like I want to get out, fine, get it out. Tomorrow is Apple, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow's Apple. Same thing, warm up. You could just warm up with Apple. That's something that I would like to get in my head, because today I was thinking, should we even warm up with Blue Eyes or should it be with Barbara? And I think that kind of set me off really bad to this training session. Who's going to be here? That stuff wasn't prepared. So my brain was working a bit harder. But Barbara sorted out Tomoko and I. And I said, you know what, look, it's fine, just Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, it's fine. Just stick with Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is fine with it, we can stick with Blue Eyes. But yeah, tomorrow, we could do the warm-up with Apple, and then it's just survivor bowling. We could mix it up. Maybe we could mix it up for the cooldown, but I'm not sure if that will work, because I think Play Globally is just toasty anyway. So, we could say one more thing about Play Globally. I guess we could try and think about it now. I'm not sure if it's worth doing that. Oh, you guys can go if you want. Where's the the joycon is here. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, what? Yes, what is it? It is to do with, oh yeah, tomorrow with Apple. I'm not quite sure how I plan to handle it. It's, what is it? It's, we go out there to have bowling sessions. But then what is the target? Again, what is the threshold? That's not something that we set. Is it going to be 8 pins again? I like that. I actually do like 8 pins. Because again, if you set the threshold to semi-finals, and then you don't make it to the semi-finals, it's very easy to not make it to the semi-finals. All you have to do is get one split and not convert it. Especially if that split happens on frame 2, you could be finished. So I don't think that's going to be the target. I think the target will be 8 pins during the threshold. No guarantee that we'll always make 8 pins though, as well, because of the special lanes. But I'm saying 8 pins. It could be 8 pins. We could make it 8. I think we could base it on the lane. So if it's a special lane that's, I don't know, Harry spin, Fumiko spin, we could say 8 pins at the end of the frame. And then for one where we're using our standard technique, we could say, okay, or a technique that we understand, we'll say, I think that's fair. We'll say 8 pins total if it's a special lane that we can't apply our standard technique. And we honestly, with what's it called? Survival bowling. I don't have a use earlys only, use lates. It's going to be do what you feel comfortable doing. The actual tricky bit will be the play globally aspect of the session. So play how you feel comfortable, like with the warm-up and the cooldown, just play comfortably. But still trying to get 8 pins minimum. For one throw, unless it's where we don't use, unless it's a case where we have to use a tricky technique or a less intuitive technique, basically a technique that I don't understand. If that's the case, then the threshold would be 8 pins at the end of the frame. I think that sounds good. If you set it to, you set it to semi-finals, get knocked out and you're feeling like rubbish, isn't it? But if it's 8 pins, you can manage that. You can get knocked out in the first round, 24 points, you still get 8 pins every time. You can get 3 parity splits and get 2 pins each time, and you've reached your goal, 8 pins, so you're fine. That's what this will be about. Do that for an hour, and it may be an hour cap, so we may not actually earn a lot of items, which might be a bit annoying, but I guess there aren't any items in particular that I'm interested in right now, and I also feel like getting out there is the main bit. At least we're getting out there and supporting the people. That's good enough, so I'll work with that. Apple, let me check your stamps. I think your stamps are fine. Wrong mode.
Spocco Square.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it's too late. Too late. There's Apple. Here's Apple. Hello, Apple. Hello, how are you? You still got your stamps, you're fine. Yeah, I think tomorrow's session is fine. We've got it. We understand what we're doing. We just need to do it, and we can't do it now because it's not tomorrow. So we'll leave it. That is the end.